Hi everyone, today I want to show you how to crochet these square motifs with tiny popcorn flower. It's very fast going, easy going, not too much yarn consuming, just a lazy thing to do very fast, just what I wanted. And also I will be showing you today how I am going to make it. First of all, my plan is to make light summer blanket. I know it's February, but it's high time to start because it takes me very long time to crochet a blanket specifically because I have several projects at the same time that I crochet knit, so that's a good time to start for a summer project. So this is cotton yarn I have here. Anyway, you can use whatever other material you want. So we start with this flower. You can actually make this flower is two rounds actually, this centerpiece and the popcorn petals. You can make this centerpiece the other color if you want. You can make the flower and the square all in one color, absolutely optional. What I'm doing here is I'm making 9 squares with same color, and then I join them with a specific technique. It's the technique join as you go technique, but you join with a whole round around it. Okay, this red line is the joining line. It also adds the additional round to your squares. So if you want your square to be, for example, 5 rounds, you will need to make your square 4 rounds, and then after joining all the squares with this method, you will have your 5 round square. Okay, you will just need to keep this in mind. I am not going to show you the joining method in this video specifically, but I will leave the link to that video in the description box. I already have it on my YouTube channel, so if you're interested in that, you can go and see how it's done. So here I'm just going to show you how to make this. So I made like 9 of the squares, and after joining it, this whole thing is square itself. Okay, it's 3 squares length and width, so it's a square itself. Now I'm going to make the same thing but with the blue color, and I have in mind to make this with any other colors also, with dark colors. uh, So, sorry. These squares also will be joined like this one. And then at the very end, when I have several of these big squares, then I will be joining them also with this same technique and have my blanket. I hope so. Okay, so let's start. I have like, I think it's 7 of these squares. Now let's go on making so that I can create another square of squares made of squares. Okay, so what I do here is I hold my yarn like this to create the slip knot, the very first loop. I do it like this. You can create it by any other technique that you like. So we are going to make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. I never count the loop that is on the hook, okay, and at the very beginning too. So now I will be joining these 4 chains into a circle. So now I go into the very first chain, grab the yarn, pull it to the front. Now I have 2 loops on the hook. Now I need to pull the left loop through the right loop, like so. It's a slip stitch basically. So now chain 1, and now we're going to place 8 single crochets into this circle. Now let's go into the circle. Grab the yarn to the front and yarn over, pull through 2 of these loops. This is our first single crochet. My advice here to make this first round of this flower loose, okay? Make all the stitches loose. So 1, this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, okay, you see this very first single crochet? You need to go into the top of it and close the round with a slip stitch, like this. Okay, we are done with our first round. Now we're going to make our second round. We have 8 excuse me, we have 8 single crochets here. Now we're going to place 8 popcorn petals, 1 petal into each into the top of each single crochet here. So the very first one, you see where we are now, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and these 3 chains we will be counting as 1 double crochet. So now yarn over and go into this stitch and place a double crochet. In total, 1 popcorn petal contains 5 double crochets. So we have 2, we need to place 3 more, all into one space. 3, 4, and 5. So you see, pull this loop a little bit longer and take the hook off. Now we started this round with 3 chains, right? 1, 2, 3. Go into the third chain. Now you will need to pull this loop through this spot, through this chain. Don't make it too tight. Okay, this would be enough, I guess. Now chain 1 and 2. Move this petal a little bit so that we can clearly see the top of the single crochet. Okay, now yarn over, go into the very next stitch and place 5 double crochets to make our next petal. All 5 double crochets into one stitch. It's 3, 4, and 5. So you see we have 5 double crochets here. Go into the top stitch of the very first double crochet here, like so, from front to back, and pull this loop through it. Like this. And 2 chains. 2 chains is the distance between 2 petals, okay, like this. So let's go on crocheting this round. It's going to be the same thing. Let's make another 1 more petal together, 2 double crochets, 3, 4, and 5. Find the very first double crochet, go into the top of it, pull this loop through it, and that's all. Chain 2 and go on crocheting the next petal. I'll pause the video here. Let's meet at the end of this round. I have all the 8 petals. Now, how I close this round, you see the joining points at the back of all each petals, especially we need the first one actually. Go somewhere here with your hook and slip stitch to it. That's it. And 1 more chain to secure this. Cut the yarn, and now let's go make the square. So you see where we closed this round, it's somewhere between these spaces, okay. I start, so this is the closing point of the previous round, right? I prefer to start right at the right side, right space. This is optional, okay? This is absolutely doesn't matter, but I like to do it this way. You can start crocheting the square at any space between petals you wish. So let's start here. I join my color for the square like so. I will be hiding these ends as I go, okay. So I will be holding this like so that it doesn't slip off. So 1, 2, 3 chains. These 3 chains I will be counting as 1 double crochet. So now I need to put 2 more double crochets into this same space. So this is going to be the second one and the third one. And as I go here to place my double crochets, I hold these ends above the hook, okay. So okay, we have 3. We need 2 chains to create the space for corners, all these spaces, okay. Now I need to place 3 more double crochets into this same spot. This is going to create our corner of the square. You see, this is our very first corner of the very first round of square, I mean. Now go into the next space between petals and place just 3 double crochets. Okay, yarn over, I go into this space. I don't forget to hold my ends above the hook so that it stays inside and I don't have to come back to weave in the end later. 1, 2 and 3. So now let's go into the next space between petals and place the second corner. What did we do in corners? All the corners are going to be the same in the first round of the square. Keep in mind that's important. And this will be 3 double crochets, 2 chains and 3 double crochets, all into one same corner space. Space between petals, excuse me. So now 1, 2, 3, 2 chains, 3 more double crochets into this same space, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, look, we have 2 full corners and 1 full side of the square. Now go on into the next space between petals and place just 3 double crochets. Excuse me. Okay, now we will go into the next petal space between petals, excuse me, and place another corner. So it's going to be 3 double crochets, 2 chains and 3 more double crochets. 2 chains and 3 more double crochets. You can just move all these 3 double crochets to the right side a little bit to make space for the next 3 double crochets here. Okay, basically in this first round of the square you just place corner and single group of 3 double crochets interchangeably. Okay, 1 corner, 1 group of 3 double crochets and one after another. This is our first round of square. Okay, now next we need you see these ends are already inside. I don't have to come back to spend my time hiding them, so I can just cut them off right now, and I will be working only with this one. Okay. That's a very little trick, but it's okay if you hate coming back to weaving it. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now we're going to the next space between petals and place our last corner of this square. Now 3 double crochets, 2 chains, make space, 3 more double crochets here. Now go into the next and the last space between petals and place the last single group of 3 double crochets. Okay, this is our first round of this flower. Now we are going to close this round and go on crocheting the second round, and the second round and all the other next rounds that you might want to crochet. You can crochet any amount of rounds here you want. I crocheted 4 rounds around my flower because I wanted so. Because I don't know, I think that it looks okay with this amount of rounds on my flower. It doesn't get lost inside of a square, and it doesn't pop out too much. Okay, it's okay. So let's see. Now I closed the round by slip stitching into the you see we started with 3 chains, 1 2 3, and into the third chain I go and I slip stitch right here. Now chain 3, and this chain 3 I will again count as 1 double crochet. Now you see all these V looking stitches here on top of double crochets. They are all coming one after another, but at this point where I closed the round, it's kind of unfinished. Okay, one side of this V-shaped stitch is full, but this side is like, I don't know, half of it. So we need to go into this one. Okay, like so, and place a double crochet. So what we do here is, in the first round of square we have 9 double crochets at every side of this square. So it means in the second round of the square we are going to place 1 new double crochet on top of every double crochet from previous round, plus we are going to be placing corners that are going to be the same, absolutely the same in all the rounds. Now it's going to be, corners are going to be 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets for all the rounds, starting from the second round and all the other next rounds. Now let's go on placing our double crochets on top of the one another. So you see we are at the corner right here. Now I'm placing 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 more double crochets into this same corner space. Okay, now the next double crochet from previous round in this one, and its top stitch is here, you see. So now I'm going to place double crochets at each top of these double crochets from previous round. So now we are at the next corner. Let's make it 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 more double crochets right here. Okay. You might want to be very careful and attentive here, because the double crochets placed into the corners, the bottom side of it, covers the top of the double crochet from previous round. Okay, you see, we don't see the top stitch of it, so that's why I need to move this like this in order to see it and place our double crochets here. That's it. This is the logic to make this square. I hope to finish this blanket very soon to show you all the results. You will need to close the round just like you did in the first round. It's all going to be the same thing. I hope you liked it. Have a very nice day and take care.